Hello, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. So today, it's time for healthy habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. And Robin is in the house. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Terry. Good to
Oh,
see you.
it is so good to have you in the house. It's good to see you too. I always say it's good to be seen and not viewed. So here we are. I just want to thank you for all that you do. You know, Robin is our a health specialist, and she always has some kind of tip to help us live a healthier life. Robin, what do you have for us today?
Several weeks ago, we had Maureen Stevenson on the show, and she was
Mhm.
talking about sugar and how sugar sneaks into our lives. And in that case, it was on a juice that she had was drinking and didn't realize how sugary it was.
Mhm.
That made it thinking. Well, I've been drinking a lot of since I got this Bell's palsy thing. Um, in particular, I've been drinking a lot of tea. And so I thought,
Mhm.
well, I'm going to look up what are the best teas to recommend for people to look into as an alternative to water, as alternative to juice and alternatives, and we can ice them up during the summertime.
Uh-huh.
You can still drink your healthy teas during the summer. It doesn't have to be hot, right?
Mhm.
So there were five recommendations, and I thought they were interesting. So the first one was the best overall tea for your health is green tea. And that's all I drink is green tea, Japanese
Oh.
green tea. And I drink the decaffeinated tea and when it's afternoon. But in the
Mhm.
mornings, I might drink, regular tea. But my mother, I feed her mostly decaffeinated green tea. Anyway, green tea is the best overall because it helps prevent cancer. It also helps fight heart disease, lowers blood pressure as anti-inflammatory treatment, helps with weight loss, and lowers cholesterol. That's green tea.
Wow.
So,
Lowers cholesterol?
mhm.
Mm. Robin, can you raise your laptop up just a little because your top of your head is cut off. There you go. There you go. That's good.
There you
Okay.
go.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
So
So
they
with
said,
green tea can
yeah,
oh.
the healing power of green tea is linked to the catechin. It's an antioxidant compound found in the tea leaves. It helps protect your cells from damage caused by out of hand free radicals
Oh.
reacting to other molecules in your body. Plus, it tastes good. So,
Mm.
that was their number one recommendation. The recommendation they recommended for the best gut health.
Yes.
Maureen is all about gut health too.
Yes, she is.
Ginger tea. So
Ah.
they were just saying that it really helps slow down your digestive system in the sense that provides it helps your body move your food through your stomach and continue into the digestive tract.
Oh.
Speeding up that process works to calm down the indigestion and ease stomach distress.
Hmm.
So ginger relaxes things in your gut.
Nice.
Yes. And I actually put ginger in my green tea.
Oh, okay. Do
Just
you
because mostly because I just like the flavor.
it
But
does taste
yeah.
good. And it smells good when it's steeping.
Hmm. And the best tea for lung health is herbal teas. So they were recommending turmeric, cinnamon, or ginger as a way to keep your air flowing in your lungs.
Oh, wow.
And the best tea for sickness is peppermint tea.
Mm.
They were saying here peppermint tea works well to relax sore throat muscles, relieves nasal congestion, and even reduces a fever. It's also loaded with antibacterial and antiviral properties to give you a healthy boost.
Wow.
Now, I hadn't thought about that with my Bell's palsy because that's a virus.
Oh.
Maybe I ought to add peppermint tea to my, and it's definitely herbal. You can drink it anytime. It doesn't have any caffeine in it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Doesn't have caffeine. Okay.
Mm. It's really good for you. It's really good for your gut as well. Okay, and then they ask, okay, what about black teas?
Mm-hmm.
And they say black tea offers many of the same benefits as green tea, and it makes sense when you consider they're made from the same plant leaves.
Oh,
So why are they different? They say black tea leaves used are allowed to age longer,
mm-hmm. The more mature.
oxidize, turning them brown to black. Green tea leaves are processed earlier. Black teas are generally has more caffeine than green
Mm-hmm.
tea, and so that said, be concerned about the caffeine intake. So that's the end of that article. Just a short little article that I found some.
I learned a lot right there. Just the fact that green and black tea come from the same plant, and therefore they have the same properties, which is interesting. Other than the black tea has the caffeine, and the green tea doesn't.
Mhm.
And the whole thing about the peppermint reduces fever. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I'm ill, I should go with the peppermint tea, not necessarily the chamomile tea, which make me sleep and rest. But yeah.
And chamomile tea is really good for bedtime.
Hmm.
Yeah. In fact, there was another article I was reading earlier. Oh, I'm sorry. There's one more.
Okay.
Less at bedtime, chamomile tea.
Okay. See, there you go. Yes. There you go. You said it was in the same article. All righty, dighty. That was good. That was good information. I learned a lot because I'm a tea drinker. So I will check my closet, my cupboard to see, what I got going on there.
Yes,
Mm.
yes. And you can ice them down, make them nice and cold for the summertime and
Mhm.
drink them iced tea with, add a little lemon or whatever you want to add to them to make them taste better for yourself. And so there you go.
Sounds like a plan. So who do we have today?
We are lucky to have Maureen Stevenson back with us today. I think she's going to talk about general wellness. I'm not quite sure what her topic will be.
Okay.
But Maureen is okay, I wrote it down because she's such a remarkable person that I wanted to say it the way that oh no, I'm not going to be able to find it. Hang on a second. Oh, darn it. I can't find my little notes on Maureen. I am so sorry. She is a health coach, and she is, I forget the phrase that we coined for her, but she helps us with fashion, our spiritual health, our mental health, our physical health, our nutritional health. You
Yes.
name it. She is a woman of many, many talents. And she's one of our best coaches. And so I'd like to bring her on and she can teach us what she's going to teach us today. And I
Sounds like a plan.
apologize, Maureen, for misplacing my notes on you.
Well, I know she runs the body shop,
Mhm.
and with that, she is just astounding with the different ways that she helps us keep our bodies in shape. She also runs Fab Fun Closet, which she helped me go through my closet and curate my fashion sense in a way that it really helped me present myself in a more confident way, and
No
in a way,
kidding.
yeah, in a real confident way, and to get rid of all the stuff that wasn't serving my body well.
And how long did that take for her to
It,
go through your closet
oh
like
my
that?
gosh, we were there for maybe 2 to 3 hours.
Wow.
Because some of these closets are pretty deep. And my closet was pretty deep. I mean, and my mistakes were pretty gross. So because we have these things that we think we want to hold on to that we're going to fit someday. Yeah. Okay. And learning to release those things so that someone else could get joy from them. So yeah, it was a really fun experience. So I'm going to bring her up, if it's okay with you, and let her tell us a little bit about what it is she does and how she's going to help us today. Okay?
That sounds great.
All righty, here we go. Hello, Maureen.
Here she is.
Good morning. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Thank you for inviting me back. I must have done something well for getting an invitation back.
Exactly.
We're so happy to have you back.
Yeah, but I do a lot of little things, but literally I am here to empower women. So much of us, like, when we see the body change, especially for me, I was in midlife, when my body changed and I didn't know what to do. I didn't understand it. I just wake up one morning, I'm like, what the hell? Where's my body? Right? Where's the body that I went to bed with and I never woke up with it? And I think so much is for women, of a certain age experience. We realize that over time, but we didn't like, oh my God, is it really happening? We like in denial. So I
Mm-hmm.
work with women 40 to 80 or infinity, I would say, when the train goes off the rail. When women say that they don't know their body anymore, like our body's like breaking up with us. What do we do? And I think women need to ask for help. And of course, as women, we don't ask for help because that's us. It's in our DNA. Like we just do things all the time and stress pile up and we do more and we do more. Like we don't understand that peeling back the layers is better than doing more, right? So we do more, but that's our DNA, I think, if I'm talking to women.
Mm-hmm.
So today I think one of the biggest piece for me learning was learning about my hormones, right? That was like the biggest shift, right? Because I know most of women, we want to lose the weight. Hell man, we want to lose the weight. But what is hindering the weight from being lost? What is hindering us from losing, right? And so I want women to change that paradigm shift to think about gaining, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
because losing is such a negative word, but when you gain vibrancy, you gain energy, you gain all the things that you're thinking that is lacking in your body, which your body can get back. So I
Mm-hmm.
think the hormone piece is huge as we age. And I said, go through life a little bit younger.
Yes, we want to say good morning to Janice. Good morning, Janice.
Morning, Janice. These scams callers, it's all over the place. So today, um, I want to talk to us about just the 5 basic organs that we need to pay attention to as we
Mm-hmm.
age, or as we get younger. Because me, I just get younger. I don't know about you. My goal, the goal is to, finish this thing called life strong.
Yes.
Although we have our sets back, although we have all the other things that comes with life, because life comes at you hard. I know in my case, and so today, get when you don't feel well, your biologically all become your psychology, right? When we don't feel well. So
Mm.
today, the 5 top organs to pay attention to is first is your gut, because it helps to keep your bowel moving, and then you got to make sure you're doing that 1 to 2 times per day, right?
Mm.
That's the optimum. Yeah, tree's extra. But some extra experts out there will tell you 3, but I'm like, that's extra. But try to keep the bowel moving for 2, because the body's such an intelligent machine that when it don't use, we have to excrete it. We have to get it out our body, because the body just use up what it needs, and then it's what it don't needs to come out. It don't needs to stay there and become disease, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
So
the first,
Janice says, she
Mhm.
says, I like to delete the weight instead of losing it.
Me and you both, right?
Wouldn't that be nice to just be able to hit a delete button?
Yeah, delete button, like, let it go down the drain. Just delete, get out of here, right? So that's why we want to do a body. I think that is resistance of weight gain, right?
Yes.
So we don't have to delete it if we kind of build a body that is resistance of it, right? Because my
That's
mom
true.
used to says, well, you don't have to get rid of what you don't have, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah. So the next one is the liver.
Mm-hmm.
Our liver keeps us moving, and it deals with our circadian rhythm. So we have to look at the liver. We have to look at liver health, right? So And the third one is our largest organs in our body, which is the skin, right? And I know, like, I'm trying to remind myself. I was hearing, I don't know if I remember Robin talking about sunscreen, right? And the PF30 or whatever. So I have one with 50. So remember that your skin is one of the largest organs in your body, and it gets rid of toxins through sweat. And one of the things that I see usually when we are getting older, we don't move, right? And so sweat is one of the ways that you get toxins out your body, and that is through movements, and that is through the skin. And if that's one of the biggest organs in your body, we need to keep it nourishing so that it can thrive and move, right?
Mm.
The next one is the lungs, right? Being in nature, right? Breathing properly. We have COVID, and we heard about what was COVID biggest thing? Your immune health, right?
Yes.
Learn about that, and such a great things to be in nature, to make you breathe better. Walking, again, we get back to nourishing movements to make the lungs stronger, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
breathing. And one of the simplest ways I would say is breathing from your diaphragm. Do deep belly breathing, which is so, I think, easy and inexpensive that everybody can do it. But we don't. We just live flight and flight stairs. We just like, we can't sit down enough to let our breath nourish us. So those are some simple things that you can do around that. And then the kidney, right? The kidney love water. Make sure that you're flushing. Make sure that you're drinking enough water, especially now. Dehydration is a big problem in summertime, because we need to drink more, and we think that, oh my God, I'm drinking enough. If you think you're drinking enough, it means you need to drink more. Right?
Wow.
And some ways that you can do that is by using water food or water content with your fruits. Like the melon family is really good right now, right? Melon, all of the melon family, you just stock up on them. Another great tips that you can do is to freeze. If you have older adults, that probably don't want to drink water because their taste different, you make sure that you give them ice cubes. You have the ice cubes, put them, freeze them, and give them Jello. First time they used to have when I grew up, they used to make Jello. And then put them, and then you give them like peace and let them suck on it, or you do that too, right? Some great ways that you can do that. You can also, if you're don't water drinker, there's so many things out there now that you can add to your water. But I would say add fruits that you like to your water, so that you can drink more of that, right? And so that you can take care of that lungs piece. So that is really crucial. So from here, I would say those are the 5 organs that definitely need to pay attention to make sure they're running at optimum level. Make sure that you're nourishing them. And then a bigger piece of the puzzle is the hormone shift. Make sure you're looking at cortisol. Make sure you're looking at insulin resistance, right? All those things that helps make sure you're importing more fiber for your mood, right?
Okay. So what will help with insulin? What did you say? Resistance?
Insulin resistant. Yeah, it's some, like, you make sure that you go to your doctor, and then they'll let you know, like, through the blood test or whatever they do. So this is why it's regular to partner with healthcare and get those tests and let them look at those levels, right?
Yes.
When they do, for me, when you come back with it, then we can start working on that. But it's something that they'll tell you through your blood test if you're insulin resistant, and what you need to do. And one of the most culprit that we need to take out is sugar. And of course, sugar is in everything. So I don't know. It's just a hard piece.
It really is.
It's just really a hard piece, because even you don't understand, like, the hidden sugars and the names that they give them too. So it's just a hard piece for you to do, but you have to pay attention to those things. Look at your cortisol level, right?
Uh-huh.
When we're going, we have to start being advocate for ourselves. Ask the doctors to test those things. That's why we're paying insurance. That why those tests are to know if they're low. How can we bring them up? Can we change our lifestyle? Can we go to um, meds? That is, but I choose to do lifestyle more than the meds. So it just depending on how a person decide that they want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next piece is you just mood. Like we have crazy mood swings, right? And mood. So I'd say employ more purple food, right? Purple food help to enhance your mood. Purple, right?
Oh,
Your
purple food.
enhancement food. Like the other day, a lady said, I didn't know there were purple carrots. Yeah, they're
Mm-hmm.
purple carrots. They're almost they're purple broccoli now. Make
Oh,
sure that make sure that you're buying the I would say the variety packs. Um,
okay.
so some of those things, make sure you're taking in water for bowel intakes, as I say.
Mm-hmm.
Variety in all the kind of food that we eat. Remember, every vitamin is in each color of the food. So when you go on a diet and they tell you to cut out, maybe you need to run. Maybe you got to figure out what you need to keep in, right? Because maybe you're cutting out the nutrients and something that can make you not have deficiency in your body, right? So
Okay.
I would say,
Maureen, we got some comments here from Janice. She's got several. So can I read them? Is that
sure.
okay? Okay. She says insulin resistance is very important. The GOLO plan works well for this. She says, I have a supplement that helps lower my cholesterol level.
Cortisol.
My cortisol.
Pardon me, my cortisol level. Thank you, cortisol level. And then she says, I do not like purple.
You see, and that's what makes us bio in the video, right? So
Mm-hmm.
instead of me saying all these things to you and tell you my preference that I do, I want you to find your preference. I want you to find what works for you, because honestly, I don't know your body, and
Mm-hmm.
what works for one person may not work for the next. But what I want to implore is that there's several different choices out there. You have to find what you're comfortable with, right? And sometimes if you don't like the purple food, then you can get the purple pill, right? You can get it in pill form. What I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, whatever works for you, as in
Uh-huh.
the video, you should look for that. My goal is just to empower you and tell you these things so that you can go, and then whether you decided, okay, I want a health coach and I help you to transition through that journey, or your doctor or your sister or your brother, anybody that you feel comfortable with. But
Mm-hmm.
all I'm telling you, make sure that you're doing these tests. Make sure you're using your insurance benefit to find out these things as you age, to find out the deficiency in them so that you can correct them your way. Right?
Wow.
I
Well,
don't.
yes. Well, Janice says, I love everything you've said so far. And I hear wisdom speaking. You say, we are oh, do I have Robin's name under here? She's not speaking. We're speaking with Maureen. I apologize, Maureen. Okay.
Maureen,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, if you're going to go and get your annual blood panel done,
Mhm.
do you have a list of, like you said, check your cortisol levels? I
Mhm.
didn't realize you can get your cortisol level tested on those blood panels.
You can
So,
get your sex hormone tested on those blood panels. The thing that with conventional what I found for myself when I'm speaking for myself with conventional insurance, they don't tell you those things, so you got to fight for them. Like,
right.
and sometimes when they do, they tell you that they don't cover them. So
Mhm.
what you have to do is to be an advocate and says, "Why am I paying insurance?" And then get into an argument with them. Or what I do sometimes is ask them, the doctors, and call the insurance company myself and ask them, why am I not getting these things, right?
Mhm.
Just to be transparent, the other day we were doing a testosterone test for my husband, and they said they don't cover it, right? And then they have a margin, like if it's right here, right? they'd be like, "Oh, it's in good range." But if it's not working, how can it be in good range?
Mm.
So I think where I come in, like sometimes my clients, if they give me permission, I'll call the insurance company and saying, this is what the person is suffering from. How comes it not covered? But they usually don't tell you that because they just do the basic.
Right.
Uh-huh.
You have to know these things so that it's more of an empowerment strategy that you have to implore for yourself, and then being your own detective, because it's a detective work for you to see what's going on in your own body, because sometimes, as I said, conventional insurance doesn't cover that. I was just giving you an example. One time I have an active bladder, overactive bladder, and I went to my doctor, and they wanted to give me pills, and I said, well, I don't do pills. I do holistic, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted to do acupuncture, and they wouldn't give it to me until I have to fight for it. And that helps me when I fight for it with my insurance and like talk to them like, well, the other alternative for the pill is that, and I choose the other alternative. Then they send me and let me do acupuncture, and then it helps me with my overactive bladder. So I didn't
Okay.
have to take pill. So sometimes it's just the fight that we have to do for ourselves, but sometimes it's not in a regular doctor is not gonna, or regular people who take your blood, you're not gonna do that, right? But if you ask them like, okay, can you test my sex hormone? Can you see if I'm in menopause? Because there's so many tests out there that can tell you if you're in menopause, if you're over menopause, if all of those things. But you have to ask for them.
Wow. Well, Janice agrees with you. She says, I got healthy a year ago and so glad I have. She says, you have to really talk to your doctor and tell them what you want.
Yeah.
And that's what you just said. We have to advocate for ourselves.
You do, because they'll tell you some, like, for me, I'm like, what do you mean? I have insurance. And then they're like,
Exactly.
but I think that the most things that we can become is come empowered. And another thing is to listen to our bodies. I think so many people discount their body
Mm-hmm.
and then find experts, and your body is really your experts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes before you go into the doctor office, you know what's wrong with you. That's why they have a piece of chart and say, tick this with all these symptoms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're the one who are telling them. So, base, if you go in there and you don't tell them and talk to them, they don't know what prescription to write you if you're still on, or they don't know how to recommend you. So I always say, be honest with yourself, take the shame out. A lot of people, like, especially if it's a male doctor and you don't feel comfortable, now you can change it to a female doctor where you can, talk to them. Or if you don't want them to see your face, now we have masks. Put it on and just talk from your mouth, right? Just like, I won't look at you, but I'll tell you what happening to me. And so I find that that's when most of my women come. I first of all, I said, this is not a place of shame. This is a place of empowerment where I'm empowering you to love your body and empowering you to love the things that you don't like about your body, so that you can tell me those things, so that we can work honestly together, so that you'd be like, oh, I come work with Maureen and I still have that ailment, or, that kind of stuff. So it's just about getting honest. And sometimes I know these things are hard to talk about
Mm-hmm.
because nobody wants to talk about them. We're like, oh my God, this is crucial. But if we're going to seek help, and if we want help, we have to talk about the things that we need help for. So that's what I would say. I would
Okay.
also say environment. Make sure that you're getting a peaceful environment. Especially with cortisol. Cortisol like chill. It likes, and so much of us do more. The stress piece is huge, right? If we could just maybe navigate our stress to a level where I just say 0.5%, right?
Yes.
Stress is good. So remember that stress is the way that it gets your fire lighted. But it's
Right.
too much stress when you get out of stress and gone into another thing, I don't know, beyond stress,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we have to remember to pull back the layers and remember, I can breathe. And I think, when I always say how getting healthy is so much simpler, but yet so complicated because we always want more. We always think is the best available thing on the market. And honestly, when I've started studying this thing and realized that it's the simple things that we're not doing. It's
Yeah.
walking to your garden, getting enough water, getting enough sleep. The sleep piece is huge. Not getting
Mm-hmm.
enough sleep. Me too. Last night I went to my bed at 1 and I'm like, were you up until 1?
Wow.
So those things we have to kind of think about and then draw back and realize that when we nourish our body, it will nourish back to us. How
Okay.
we're living is how we're eating, right? And so sometimes we rush, and if we rush, we just
Mm.
our foods, and we don't have time to chew the food so that it can break down and then go into our digestion, because we're always in the car, we're always on the item, and we can't sit and just enjoy our food. And if we do that and chew it, we'll eat less but more
Mm.
nutritional food.
I found that I reduced the size of my plate too, and that helped. Um, Janice says I have a concierge doctor. Did I pronounce that right?
Mhm.
He does things that Western medicine doesn't, but sometimes you need to pay cash.
That's basically what I just kind of said. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not fine, like if you're not fine, if they usually want you to pay more or pay for it yourself,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going that route. Because I just encountered that they'd be like, no, Medicare or Medi-Cal doesn't cover that, or your insurance doesn't cover that. If you want to do that, you're gonna have to go out. So there are a lot of functional doctors now that comes in and offering these tests, and so it's your money. You had to know where to put it, right? If you
Yes.
determine to put it in health and then put it in some clothes, or put it in something that doesn't make you healthy, you're still going to be unhealthy. So I know these things are sensitive. So that's why I said each person, your bio individual, you got to do what you got to do. Some people likes to be sick because it draws attention. It makes you sorry for them, and some people love that. Some
Mm-hmm.
people love, let me pray for you. Let me, people thrive on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people love to be sick because it draws them the attention that they
Wow.
want something from their family, but I am not. So
I hadn't thought of that. Uh-huh.
you have to know yourself, and you have to figure out this life for yourself. It's about being empowered. It's about you knowing these things. Like, yeah, maybe some of these things, for you to know them, you can't wait on conventional medicine to do it, because they won't, and they'll being here around the bend, or you're gonna have to curse them out, or or go on a long fight with them. My daughter always tells me that if you have a problem, come to my mom. She will talk to them for you because she's not getting up. She'd be like, okay, give me the manager, and then give me the other manager for the other manager. And then, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to the top with this, because if I pay for something, why are you denying me? I just need a different route. But to be honest, I think more and more now, the Western doctors are getting broader, and
Mhm.
even the pharmacy. Because I don't remember one of the pharmacy like give you holistic alternative. Now they give you a wider, broader sense of health now, and don't keep it just this way. So to be honest, it's coming, and I think we should have choices. That's what I think.
Yes.
And you should advocate for it.
Well, I think that Janice agrees with you. She says getting healthy is 110% a mindset. She said, I was told my life expectancy was slim to none. So I decided 90. I decided 95
You
pounds.
deleted.
Oh, pardon me. I deleted 95 pounds and got off all meds and am healthy. Congratulations, Janet. Wow. Wow. I haven't seen you in a while. We're gonna you have to come the first Monday so we can meet up
So
and celebrate with
that
you.
is the goal. And I think when if I could say, when you focus on weight loss, you always do yourself a disservice, because if
Mhm.
you work why the weight is there, then and you feed that, then the body itself is going to lose that weight, right? It's going to
Mhm.
lose what it don't need, right?
Yes. Well, we are just
If you
excited for you, Janice. We're
Yeah,
looking for the
yeah,
next book.
congratulations. Congratulations. And so as I talked about the five that we need to pay attention to, then
Mhm.
I'm gonna talk about the big sevens, but I won't go into them. I'm just gonna give women a glimpse of them, because those, when I discover, cortisol, and then cortisol, we always in my generation call it the queen, right? It controls everything,
Oh,
right?
okay.
The queen, right? So sometimes the queen is reigning in our lives, and what we have to do is to get to friend the queen, like, hey, your majesty, I'm at your mercy. What do you want me to do? And I'll bow down to you and learn you and do it. So if there's one thing you take away from me today, if you're over 40, look at cortisol. Look at it. Look at the evidence, the benefits. Just look at that. And then I say cortisol, your thyroid, insulin, gut, liver, right?
Mhm.
Those things control us right after 40 or 35 and beyond. So we want to make sure we're doing those things, right?
Mhm.
And literally, pretty much, if we look at those things, we'll probably find where the weight is coming from. And now, our trauma is a huge piece of it too, because sometimes we just need to fill that hole.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
sometimes there's just that 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 hole, and sometimes, to
And
fill the hole,
Janice,
it doesn't require the nourishing food, it requires the food that has no nourishment, so
mhm.
we get.
Well, Janice says, I love you, ladies. I need to get some work done. Robin, she sent you a private message. But also, yes, we are running over. But
Thank
I
you,
would love,
Janice.
yeah, I would love for you to come back and talk about these 7 things that you have on your mind.
Yeah, the big
Um,
seven.
the big 7. So the next time we see you, we'll be talking about the big 7. We just want to thank you, Maureen, because you always enlighten us. You always bring things to the table that we need to be looking at to live a healthier life. And Robin, we say around here, if you don't have your health, you can't keep your wealth. So it's
Well, you
so
can keep your wealth. I say you can keep your wealth, but somebody else is going to spend it for you.
there you go. That is so true. That is so true. You baby,
Why you work so hard for, somebody's going to spend it
you're not around to enjoy it. How terrible is that? Or
for you.
even to
Yeah.
see, or even just witness somebody else enjoy it. Because a lot of times we accumulate wealth for as a legacy. We want to see them live out some of that.
Yeah.
You know? Mhm.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Enjoy your health so that you can enjoy your wealth.
yes. So tell us, Maureen, I have your Facebook page up for um and I want to go to that Facebook page. Hold on, I'm going to share it so people will know that they're where they should be.
So
Uh,
I am Maureen Stevens at Facebook, and then I am the Body Shop, and then I have my Fab Fun, becoming the Fab Fun Woman,
mhm, mhm.
where I help women transform. The transformative process. I walk them through a transformative process. I'm on Instagram as the Body Shop. Yeah, that's me right there. And if you
Okay.
get to one of me and you leave a DM or shout me out or go to my My cwrfitness.com. I have a nonprofit, Crawl Walk Run Fitness. You can always find me if you looked at me and you just look for the most colorful person that you'll see, and then it's probably me.
Well, we're excited. And guys, if you're not able to find her, just send us a direct message. We will help you find Maureen.
You
And
just pull me up. That's me right there.
I know, and help you connect with her. In addition to that, we just want to thank Maureen because I'm telling you, that body shop, they tell me it's a workout. And oh, you forgot to mention that you do the body shop virtually, so people would not have to leave their homes.
Oh yeah.
Please,
No,
please
we
speak to
do
that.
the body shop personally. We help you to bend back in shape, right? So you might be out of shape, so we help you to straighten up and bend back in shape. We do a
Mhm.
lot of postural work with you, and now we're online. We can do it from your. You don't even have to leave your home. You just need a creative director to help you to use what is in your house to help you to get well and stand up straight. Is
Yes, I think this is fabulous.
yeah, and now now I found the solution. So yeah, you can. The body shop is for the women who want to get posture work done. You want core, and then you want pelvic floor. So we
Mhm.
don't pee on ourselves. We still have
Exactly.
a little bit of she, and then chi. And so yeah, I'm online, so you can reach out to us from the comfort of your own. We can set it up for you. And
That's awesome. I didn't know you were doing that. That's great news.
yeah,
That's why
I was about to call you because we were supposed to set that up. So
yes,
I'm setting it up for you. But
yes.
I'll call you and reach out to you to set it up. Yeah. So we've been doing a few ladies, and it's been going well.
One of the things I want to do, Maureen, is I want to hire you for an hour consult just to go over my next steps for this year's health, because I want to go get a blood panel done. I don't know, what to ask the doctor to check, and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I can give you that. I can literally let you know the things that you need to empower yourself with, because when you go in and the doctors see you as an expert, they listen to you. Honestly, I tell you, that's a game changer for me.
Hmm.
Quick story, my husband the other day was having some issues, and I'm like, what's going on? So I headed his meds, and then I went to the doctor with him. Like, I said, oh, we're gonna go to the doctor. And as the doctor sees me, he's like, I'm in trouble. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm married hold. I need my husband. Like, people say like people like, I married 10, 20 years. I got years. I said, I don't have years. I marry hold. So I need my husband. Like, why is he like this? And I started to talk to him about all these things. And then he literally took his computer, sit with me, and draw the study up and show me, like, this is why, this is why, this is why. And then I said, but he's not having any quality of life. So why is he on all of this when his A1C is this way, when his A1C is below 6? We got the A1C down. We have this down. And he was like, oh, I didn't even realize, because sometimes the different doctors are not talking to each other, and then they
Exactly.
write these meds, and then you end up with a lot of unnecessary meds that whatever they tell you have improved, but you don't know. So
Hmm.
that's the thing. Like, it's a great thing for you to do, like every year, to do an edit of your meds and to look at the side effects of each of them and see what they're doing to your body,
yeah,
or what they're not doing to your body.
Yes.
And then go draw the parallels, and then the doctor will understand that, okay, oh, this farmer, I'm writing an unnecessarily meds because it's not necessary anymore.
right.
And
Hmm.
it's just
Hmm.
causing toxin and chaos in our bodies. So when I tell women that your body is just more than losing weight. It's about gaining some understanding of you doing these things every year, to understand that, okay, why my medicine cabinet full of all of this? Is it necessary? Did I improve on that? Did I not improve? And then get a big picture so that when you go to your doctor, you have those evidence and can say, look, we need to work together. And your doctor is your partner. They're not, they're supposed to partner with you, they're supposed to listen to you. And if they're not, then you need to find someone who is going to listen to you and go through that whole rhythm of how you want to feel. Right?
Mhm.
First of all, how you want to feel in your body. Because if you feel good, everything else comes along.
Everything will fall in place.
You go, you don't, you stand up because you're feeling good. So that comes out of your clothes. It transmit out of you, right?
Mhm. Correct.
And so I always say it's about partnership. It's about understanding. And as a health coach, what I do is we partner with doctors and look at your labs and help you to do what the doctor tells you to do. And also to ask important questions and to drag the doctor's mind. Because the doctors have like 15 minutes with you talking.
Yes.
So you got to make those 15 minutes count. Else they're just going to write you a prescription, send you through the door, and then you know nothing. Like,
Right.
you're like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm just going to pill, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it don't have to be like that. If you can empower them and tell them what I want, and I want these tests to look at this, and I want this test to look at that, and then be like, yeah, when I go to the doctor, I just said to the doctor why I'm here. I want to listen to this and I want to do this. And they'd be like, okay. I'm like, yeah. Because you know your stuff and they look at you different and they'll treat you different. I promised you.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, guys, we have to wrap it up. We're way over.
You guys,
We're way over, but I want everybody to know that oh,
We're going to get Maureen back with us on July 27th.
okay. There you
So
go.
we'll learn about the 7 things maybe then.
Yes, we look
Next
forward to
week, next week we have Jill Weston with us.
great.
I haven't seen Jill in a while.
I
Yeah,
know. I'm
good.
looking
I
forward
will
to
tune
seeing
in.
her.
All
Yes.
right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maureen.
Thank you guys for the privilege of your time.
We appreciate you. Bye-bye.
I found the way I want to introduce you, Maureen. Finally, I found my notes. It's you're
Oh.
the healthy woman
Yeah, it's time
advocate,
to work on that. All right, bye.
healthy woman advocate, and lifestyle coach.
Yeah.
There you go.
all right.
I love it.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Oh my goodness. That was funny. We get the introduction at the end.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate all that you do. You know, Maureen brings so much to the table. We really appreciate her, and
Yes.
I'm just thrilled to that you find these fabulous guests, and I want to thank you again. I know that you yourself are a caregiver, and so it's important for you to take care of yourself, Robin.
Okay.
We love you, and we want you around a long, 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 long time. Okay. All right, guys. We want to say to you, hey, let us help you take the hassle out of your hustle. Tomorrow we'll be talking tech with the tech divas. But if you're looking to connect with Biz Chicks, you can simply text Biz to 33777 and join our community, or you can follow us over on bizchicks.net. If you're having issues with your tech, we're the guys. Or if you want to start streaming, come on over. We can help you with that. If you're looking to start your own show, we can help you with the production. With that, we want to say thank you for all that you do and for your time. Have a great day. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye, Robin.
Bye, Terry.